JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is known for three things: memes, poses, and stand. That's the one I'm gonna talk about. First off, what are stands? Stands are a physical manifestation of one's life energy that, as the name suggests, stands by you. And someone who has one is called a stand user. Now, how do you get a stand? There are three main ways to get a stand. Number one, you're born with it. Number two, you're pierced by a special arrow, and if you live, you get a stand. If you die, you don't. And number three, if you spend enough time near a supernatural landmark, like the Devil's Palm or the Wall Eyes. I should also mention that you can temporarily gain a stand if you
insert the correct CDs.
What CDs?
CDs not!
Young man, kill yourself!
Now let's talk about rules. Number one, a stand user can only have one stand, but that stand can have different forms or several parts. Number two, stands are linked to their user's body, so any damage that the stand takes is shared with the user, and vice versa. Number three, when a stand user dies, the stand and their ability disappears as well.
This is a load of barnacles.
Number four, every stand has a range that they can move, attack, and act in. Number five, stands always obey their users, except for when they don't. And number six, only stands can harm other stands, except for when they don't. Now, there are more rules than the six that I mentioned, but they're all really specific, so I'm just gonna move on. Using a stand. The most common way to use a stand has gotta be in combat. I mean, take any episode of part 3, and there's gonna be a stand battle in it. Another way could be to gain intel with a long-range stand like Aerosmith, but whether it be combat or utility, the thing that matters most is the stand's abilities. And they could be anything from turning into electricity, turning things into bombs, or even manipulating time. No joke, literally anything can be a stand ability. This one's literally just a gun. I should also mention that there are automatic stand abilities that go into action without needing the user to control them, or automatically.
Mods, crush the skull, thank you.
Additionally, as someone uses a stand more, they might find new uses for its abilities or discover a new ability entirely. Speaking of new abilities, Requiem. Remember that arrow from earlier? Yeah, I forgot to mention that it has another use. If you pierce your stand with it and your will is strong enough, you can actually evolve your stand and gain insanely overpowered abilities. I'll cover Requiem more in depth in a later video. Now, there really is so much more to stands, so I plan on explaining each stand individually in a later video. So if you don't want to miss out on that, please subscribe! But anyways, that's about it. See ya.